about 7 in the morning. I'm about to go to the gym. Just wanted to update you guys on what is actually going on and give you guys one last walk around of the gray truck. So it's sold. I know I told you guys I wanted to get out of trucking, but that's not the case. We have another truck coming. I can't necessarily say there's another truck coming. We have to search for another truck. I didn't want to sell it. My plan was to originally, I was trying to sell it, couldn't sell it. Like 4 people dropped the ball, and I ended up saying, you know what? I'll get my own authority. I'll run my own numbers, and I'll just thug it out with this thing. I already had insurance on the truck. Authority was already done. Everything was set up almost. And I was about to go license the truck, do my IRP, and a guy basically said, hey man, like, I'll give you what you want for it and I'll take it off your hands. So she's gone. He's flying in today. The title's already in the house. He's flying in. He's taking her home. She's going back to Michigan. So let me give you guys a last walk around of the truck. This is just a stepping stone for wherever we're going next. It's sad to let it go, but I think it's gonna help me really get to that place that I'm thinking in my head. Without further ado, quick walk around. And I'd really like to show you guys kind of under the hood. Cleaned it up quite a bit. It definitely looks a lot better. It's crazy that, as many miles as it's got now, that under the hood can still clean up like that. All right, guys. No one else has ever driven that truck. Only Kyron in the parking lot. No one else has even popped the clutch on that truck. And it's gone. But guess what? We get to move on with life at this point, man. That was a really easy process. I got my money. And I can breathe. So I did just that. I took a second away from the busy life of getting up every single day, trucking, the unknown of what you're going to get into, the stress. We all know, all of us that are truck drivers, we know the stress that trucking comes with. I took a second to just enjoy my summer. I took a second to relive the things that, I used to do as a kid or whatever. And I took a second to just kind of enjoy just being here, being on this earth, being present in the moment, enjoying the people around me. There is a very important thing about working hard and everything like that. I totally get that. I'm on board with working hard. But I took a second to think about my next steps, and I think it was really good for me. After this night of going out with my friends, which I enjoyed and I had such a good time, I decided to just focus. I decided to start 75 hard. I decided to go through the motions. And if you guys don't know what 75 hard is, it's a pretty brutal program. It's not terrible, it's just a long process. And I'll give you a brief description. You have to drink a gallon of water a day. You have to have 2 workouts a day. One is mandatory outside. Both are 45 minutes.
This shit is fresh.
You have to read 10 pages of a nonfiction book. No cheat meals. Stick to a diet. Any diet that fits the goals that you have in mind. No alcohol. After this night, I was pretty much kind of over the alcohol. I had fun with my friends, but in my opinion, it just wasn't something I needed to continue in the process of me not being employed and me not really knowing what was next. I needed to take a step away from what I was used to. So I decided to go on the little journey of doing 75 hard in my time off of trucking. And I think it paid off pretty well. Family, first day of 75 hard. I feel good, but I know there's a long road ahead. So yeah, I did my morning workout. I'm on a gallon of water. I'm almost done with that. I'm sticking to my diet. I'm just gonna stick to a carnivore based diet. With a few odds and ends like avocado and stuff like that. I am on my 45-minute outdoor workout now, and I did a trail near my house, and it's just beautiful, man. Like, you take a different cut, and it's just, you don't know where you're gonna end up, but it's super cool. And then 10 pages. Did my 10 pages today. I'm reading Think rich, grow rich. And yeah, while I have this time off, I feel like I should be utilizing it. Let's keep on moving. This is really dope. Since I got this new fish tank at home, I'm like looking at all these rocks and whatnot in here. And we got, I don't know if you guys can see that. Got some running water over here. Yeah, it literally looks like a dream fish tank almost. But anyways, we'll keep moving. Like I was saying, I read my stuff, doing my 45 outdoor. Did an hour at the gym this morning. Went heavy on chest. Like I said, while I have this time off, I really want to utilize it. I want to look back on this time and go, man, I wasn't working, wasn't making any money, but look at what I got out of it. Anyways, hopefully this some of these videos I put up about the 75 hard, hopefully encourages some of you guys that are in the truck that feel like you can't do it either. I felt like I couldn't do it, but if there's a will, there's a way. It starts by walking. I love walking. I don't love the thought of it. And I feel like a lot of times you kind of psych yourself out, like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. If you just get out there and do it, it's like so rewarding. And they say walking is like some of the best way to actually lose body fat, not going out there and killing yourself and running 50 miles. That's not really the way to do it. Keeping your heart rate at a steady pace sheds fat. So looks like we made it back. Looks like we made it back down here. Did this little loop. So I just went up this hill here and then it kind of looped me back around. Very cool. All right, I'll get off here and we'll see you guys. All right, so as you guys can see, I was having some fun, man. I got the Hyundai back running. I was enjoying driving it. I was taking it to the gym. I was just driving it around. And then, you know, I was doing my bowling thing. I've always been into bowling. I finally got some bowling balls, and I got shoes, and I actually got on a league. I don't know how long that's going to last, because it's Thursday night, so usually doesn't get over to 11:30, so I don't know how long that's going to last with me working on it. But let's get into the meat and potatoes, guys. This is why you guys are all here. I went to go look at a truck that I thought I was going to save. It was my buddy Johnny Brown's old truck. He actually ordered this thing from the factory. It was a 2020 389. It was a bad to the bone truck when he originally got it. But not trying to really ruffle anybody's feathers, but this truck is not taken care of. That's just plain Jane, just what it is. Just calling it what it is. This truck has been abused, and it looks nothing like the way they originally got it. It actually looks really bad. It's sad to see a truck that was so badass look like this. I mean, there's just, I get it, but I don't get it. This truck should not have been abused like this, but you know, whatever. I was actually going to go buy this truck. The story is, I was going to go buy this truck. I even got financing and approval ready to go. I was going to put money down on it, and I was going to keep my capital in the bank, and I was going to, you know, put this truck to work. Well, I gave this guy an offer because, as you guys can see, it had mismatched tires, and it was on 24 5s, and, you know, I wanted to put it on 22 5s, and this guy has a pretty decently sized fleet, and I threw an offer out there. I said, look, I will give you set amount if you can throw a set of 22 5s on there, and it could be used tires. Well, he didn't reply to me for I don't know how long, and then just basically said he was going to keep it. Basically didn't have any time to negotiate with me. I drove 4.5 hours each way, 8 hours to go see this truck, and he didn't even come out to shake my hand or say, hey, thanks for driving down to come look at it, nothing, you know. And whatever, I'm not saying anything about anybody, I'm just explaining my experience. And, you know, I was actually really depressed during this time because, you know, not depressed, but, you know, I was just like upset, man. I didn't even want to get out of bed because I was really excited about saving this truck. I was going to do it. But as you guys can see there's oil leaks. The bags are misaligned. This truck looks like it's been, you know, maybe oil changes and grease and like fuel filters and like put it back to work. Like that's what it looks like. And there's, you know, like I said, there's oil leaks. And originally he was selling, you know, his main like selling point was that it was mechanically sound. And to me, I think I need to spend quite a bit of money to make it mechanically sound. Yeah, it might turn on every day, but I don't look like anything that I would want to put to work right away. Anyways, I'm talking too much mess. Like I said, I'm not trying to ruffle feathers, but you know, there you go. You got bent stacks. I mean, you look all 360 on this truck, and there's not one clean section. You know, this truck is just abused. So, you know, I had everything in place. He said he's going to keep it. And I just kind of like was going to give up on just looking for trucks because like in the last 4 or 5 months, nothing good has really come up for sale, to be honest. So prior to ever seeing this truck, I contacted Joelson's grandson, Addison here, and I just was curious what they had for sale. They've got this really clean show truck they just put together. It's actually for sale right now. Very, very nice truck. And then they had this 379. And so I had some thinking to do. And it was just really cool to go down there and check out their yard. And these old A models, man, I just literally, these are my, like an A model is my all-time favorite truck. But regardless, the 379 I went to really look at, the red one there, wasn't really ready. So I had some time on my hands. All right, guys, I just got done with this thing. I'm out here with no shirt on because it's like 100 degrees today. It actually didn't go as bad as I thought it would. So I put the nutserts in there, re-grinded out the brackets, you know, put the window chops on there for them. And you guys can tell me in the comments what you guys think. Same visor as mine, same window chops as mine. I think it came out good. Check it out. The sun is just baking. But as you can see, I had to trim that bracket. Let's go to the other side. Trim that bracket. I put button head bolts to match the rivets. So on those button head bolts, and that's anti-seize, that's not paint peeling there. On those bolts, he should be able to grab some touch-up paint with his color and just get a little brush and brush some paint on those bolts, and it'll match and not look like you did something aftermarket there. But this was an easy job. It just sucks that it's really hot out because it makes it 10 times worse, but we're all done. I'm gonna go drive it to their yard, and then actually my grandpa's OBS is over there. I dropped it off over there a couple videos ago, so I'm gonna go get that thing because I got a bunch of stuff to run to the dump, and then that'll be it. Not gonna lie, fellas, this is kind of like a little therapy sesh right here. Getting out here on the open road again. Feels good driving. Feels real good driving. The only thing, Auto Magic. Hey, honestly, I don't mind this automatic. Like, to be honest, it's really nice. The only thing I feel like they should fix on the automatic is man, they should make it to where, I guess I could put it in manual. I just don't. This ain't my truck, so I'm not over here throwing it in manual. But I hate when you're like empty or light or bobtailing and it like leaves slow, and I just hate how slow it shifts through some of the gears. You know, you got cars behind you about to rear end you because you're pausing for such a long time because it's skipping like 2 gears and whatnot. That's the only fuss I got about the automatic. You know, when I'm shifting my truck, I could shift it way faster than this automatic, but whatever. It is nice. I do like it because you can just kind of chill. It's all throttle control. But anyways, like I said, I'm just dropping this off at the yard and then grab the OBS. Get cleaned up. It's Roger's daughter's birthday today, so gonna go over there, have a couple drinks with them, and then probably be shooting pool later. So come on. So since the last time I polished Roger's truck, he bagged it. I don't know if you guys remember in the video where he was talking about bagging it. So she's all bagged and looking good. Glad he's doing stuff to this truck because I've told him for years, man, this truck has so much potential. And look at it now. Looks really good. So there's their cousin there. Really hoping I'm not walking into a wasp nest or any mice. Looks like we're all right. Oh, I gotta check the oil on this thing though. Let's see. Yeah, she looking all right in here. Oh yeah, we're Gucci. This thing definitely needs an oil change though. I haven't changed the oil on this thing in a minute. So, LS Powell. All right. See if this thing starts. I literally have not driven this car since the last video, so I want to say that's, man, it's over a month, or it's, I don't know. Battery's still good. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Yep. This is going to someone that's going to use it.
Oh yeah. It's going to a good home, I know that. I don't know about you guys, but this just feels so cool, man. To be able to put my own numbers on the truck, man. Never thought it would happen. Definitely didn't think it would happen this soon. So share this moment with me as we slap that DOT number on the truck. And this is temporary. truck will get painted and all this will come off, but for now, try to make it seem like it is permanent. Still try to make it look somewhat nice. Truck is gonna be truck number 3 still. This truck was originally truck number 3, and it's gonna be truck number 3 for me. It is my 3rd truck. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. All right. As we pull the driver's side off. Just like that. All right, so you guys know the deal. I can't have a new truck without having air scales, and the only air scales I use is Blue Ink Tech scales. I had a promo code. I don't anymore, so that's how you know I use their stuff. I'm putting this on my new truck because they are the most accurate and most user-friendly system I've found. And I'll show you just real quick how I'm going to install this. I've installed this a different way, but this is, I know this isn't the best way, but this is what I have right now, and I just got to get them installed. I can fix it later. So basically, I'm going to just slice this line here, and I'm just going to put this guy in place, and that's literally it. And then I'll just calibrate the sensor, and it's just very simple. All this is a brass fitting push lock with a little 1/4-inch air line here. And then this is the sensor itself. And if you twist this cap off, the battery is inside. But yeah, there's nothing to this system, guys. Just like that, the sensor is installed. And all I have to do is get in on the app, calibrate the sensor. Basically get in on the app, calibrate the sensor, just follow the prompts. It's super user friendly. And then what I do, or what you're supposed to do, fill your fuel tanks full of capacity, get your empty weight first, then get your light, then you're gonna go get loaded, go get your loaded weight, you're gonna calibrate it, and don't wait. You can't use, and I love this part of it. Let me just explain this to you guys. If you try to cheat it, and you try to calibrate and put the weights in while you're loaded, or while you're empty, it knows roughly. So if let's say you're empty and you try to put a previous loaded weight or a previous empty weight, it's gonna know that. So it's not even gonna let you put those weights in. So what you're gonna have to do is when you're empty and you get your scale ticket, pull over, input it into the app. Don't forget. And then you're gonna go ahead and get loaded, and then you're gonna input it into the app. And you want to do that twice to get them real accurate. And I had mine within a couple 100 pounds, and it was like literally perfect. So very simple. All right, guys, so we have our first breakdown. It is what it is. I'm not mad. I'm just a little frustrated that the truck was running great this morning, and then it just gave up as soon as I got loaded. So I knew that there was an existing kind of hesitation at a certain point, but as soon as I got loaded this morning, it just ridiculous hesitation. Like there's no fuel flow, like just not enough fuel flow. So then I stopped off and at GC's and got the fuel filter swapped. And I tried to put my foot in it to try to clear everything out, and it just did the same thing it was doing before. And it got so bad to where I just had to pull over and Then I found, fuel fittings on the top of the tanks were loose, but that didn't fix the problem. They're tight now at least, but I don't know. Got a mobile mechanic coming, but it is what it is, man. I'm not going to be upset or, whatever. This is trucking. I know, and I have the confidence in this truck that the way it rides, I've been driving long enough to know that there aren't any more issues. This fuel issue, once we get this figured out, I know for certain that this thing is going to ride and run just fine. But yeah, we just got to get this fuel issue figured out, and it is what it is, man. Old truck problems, but I'm just happy to be doing it in something so cool like this. I love this truck already. Like I'm already like growing really attached to it, and I haven't even done anything to it. So, but anyways, got a mobile mechanic on the way. We'll see what he says. He said he's going to plug into it and read the codes, and we'll see what happens from there. Sucks, but no reason to be upset. It doesn't change, the outcome. So just giving you guys an update. I'm sorry to tell you guys, but I gotta put you on a cliffhanger. You'll find out in the next video what happened to the truck, how much it cost me, and what ended up happening all in all. Anyways, this is a very clean truck. Yeah, it's not a brand new 389, but this is a very, very good start. Very good start to have. And if any of you guys are interested, a friend of mine is selling a really, really nice Conestoga. It's here out in Washington State. Actually in the same state or same city as I'm in. The only reason why he's selling is because he doesn't have trucks anymore and he doesn't have his business. This is his only last piece of equipment that he has. So let's help him out and get this thing sold. I know one of you guys knows somebody that needs a cheap Conestoga. He's only asking $16,000 for this trailer, and I was actually going to give him money for it, but the work that came up, I don't really need it right now. And if I needed it in the future, I mean, it's a nice enough trailer to where I could leave it sit. And, it doesn't cost that much. So, hey, it's for sale. Snatch it up.